Hi, welcome to lesson 9. So today will be a short one. Okay, so let's go to the homework first. So previous lesson, our homework is question number 1 only. Okay, but before that, can you please tick your try it 16, double check your answer again one more time. Try it 16, try it 17, A and B, please tick using red pen. And your question number 6 as well. These two, A, B, and question number 1. Okay, I will explain question number 1 for those who don't know how to do. Okay, for those who already know how to do, you can skip to the next part. All right. Okay, question number 1 here. What you can see here is the angle of depression is 29. Okay, so this is 29 degree here, and you know that this one, it's like a alternate Z, right? If it's an alternate Z, meaning to say that this is also 29. Okay, it's also 29 there. Okay, so first we want to find the horizontal distance of AC. This AC here is over here. This line is the one that we want to find. Okay, some of you use this 90 minus 29. Okay, becomes 61, and then you use SOHCAHTOA also okay, right? If you are not using the 61, you want to use this alternate Z also okay. Alright, okay, so in this case, since I found my alternate Z, okay, I'm using the 29. Okay, so part A here, find horizontal distance AC. So we are gonna use this is adjacent, this is hypotenuse for your 400, so therefore we are using CA, so cos 29 degree equals to AC over 400. Okay, so my AC will be 400 times cos 29 degree, which is 349.848. But after you round off is 350 meter. Okay, this is the answer for part A. And for part B, find the height of the hot air balloon above the ground. Hot air balloon, so this is the one that you're not gonna find, the height. Okay, the hot air balloon from the ground is this height of BC. Okay, so I put it as H, or if you want to put as BC also okay. So here we also use SOHCAHTOA. Okay, you have opposite here, this is your opposite, and you have a hypotenuse 400. Okay, you can use SAW, or if you don't want to use SAW, you can always use Pythagoras Theorem, because you already found 349.848 here. Okay, so it's up to you. If you use SAW, also get the answer. If not, you can use Pythagoras Theorem. Okay, in this case, I use Pythagoras Theorem. Is that okay? Right, BC square will be equals to 400 square minus 349.848 square. Okay, so my BC is square root of this 37606.46, and I round off, become this one is not rounded off yet, so it's 194 meter. Okay, please tick the answer if correct. If no, please do correction. Okay, so today we're gonna go to exercise 1.6, page 43. Okay, I'm gonna explain this whole question for you, but before that, please pause this video and try to do by your own. Okay, you try to do by your own first, and then you compare your answer with my answer. You pause the video, after you finish, then only you continue my video. Okay, so now I assume you already know, you already finished your work. Okay, so in the diagram, AB is an advertisement board perched on a vertical pole BC. Okay, this is a advertisement board. Okay, and C and D are at the same horizontal level. CD, this one, horizontal level. AB 3 meter, AD 12, and BD 10 is already in the diagram. So question here is, find the angle of elevation of D from D. Okay, the next question, this question we're gonna do is angle of elevation of A from D. Okay, so you look at the word from. From D means it's here, and the connecting line is AD. You're gonna draw this out, AD here, because this line is gonna tell you that the angle is from where to where. Okay, if it's from D, remember it's always from horizontal. This is a horizontal line of CD, and you're looking upwards to A. Okay, so this angle over here is the one that you want to find. Okay, this angle here, this whole thing. Okay, again, you look at the word from D. So if it's from D, means that you're gonna form a horizontal line. Okay, because you're gonna look upwards. Okay, when you look upwards, it's angle of elevation. Okay, when you look upwards to A, okay, angle of elevation of A. So A is over here. So the line drawing down to D, that is the line where you're gonna form an angle, right? Okay, so how are we gonna find this angle? Okay, how are we gonna find this angle? Okay, first, you look at what do they give you over here. You have a 12. Okay, you have 12 here. You have 12. And you have a 10. Okay, and you have a 3 over there. Okay, you have a 3 and 10 also. So from here, you can see a triangle. This triangle ABD, okay, you have all the sides 3, 12 and 10. Okay, so you can actually find this angle first. Okay, you can find this angle, and then after you find this angle, then you can look at the whole triangle over here, CAD, right? Then 180 you can minus the 90 degree and the angle that you're gonna find, this one, to get the purple angle. The purple angle is the angle of elevation of A from D. Okay, so first thing first, we find this angle. Okay, so that angle is angle BAD. We can use cosine rule. Okay, we can use cosine rule to find that angle. So we use 10 square because the opposite of the angle that we're gonna find is 10. So 10 square equals to the sides square minus 2 times 3 times 12 times cos angle BAD. Okay, I hope you can see the triangle here. Okay, I'm gonna draw this triangle out again. Okay, look at this triangle. Okay, so we want to find the angle of BAD. Okay, I'm moving this whole thing to the other side and 10 square to the other side. This one we already learned in cosine rule previously. Okay, so after that I move so my angle of BAD will be inverse of cos, and you press this in your calculator. And you will get a 42.5988 degree. Okay, you don't need to round off to 3 significant figure because this angle is not the angle that you want to find. Okay, so angle BAD here is 42.5988 using cosine rule for this triangle over here, this triangle BAD. Okay, so after you have found this angle, then you look at the other triangle, this triangle over here, like that. Okay, so this big triangle over here is 180 degree. You can minus off this 42.5988 and this 90 degree, then you can find the purple angle. Okay, this is the angle that you want to find. Okay, so we use okay, find angle of ADC, which is 180 minus 90 minus 42.5988, which gives you a 47.4012, and you round off to 3 or 1 decimal place for angle is 47.4 degree. Okay, so that is the angle of elevation of A from D. Alright, now you look at B. Part B, the question say angle of elevation of B from D. Okay, angle of elevation of B from D. Now you look at D also, and now you are looking up to B. Okay, I'm gonna erase all this to make you not that confused. Okay, so this time I'm using pink pen. So this is the angle that you're gonna find because you are looking upwards to B from D. So this is the angle that you want to find. Okay, so how do we find this angle over here? We know that the purple angle just now we find, this whole thing here is 47.4012. Okay, so this whole thing purple one is 47.4012. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna find this angle. Okay, this angle here, orange angle, part of this angle, a part of the triangle also. So this angle, after we found, we can use 47.4012 to minus this orange one to get the pink one. Okay, because this is the one that we're gonna find for the final answer. So to find this orange one, what we're gonna do is we use sine rule. Okay, we use sine rule to find. So the opposite of this is 3, and the opposite of this 42.5988 angle is this 10. Okay, so we can use our sine rule. So sine ADB, angle ADB over 3 is equals to sine 42.5988 over 10. Okay, we find the orange angle first before we find the pink one. Okay, so angle of ADB will be equals to shift sine of this over 10 times 3. Okay, so angle of ADB is 11.7158 degree. Okay, I'm not rounding it off because that's not the final answer that I'm gonna find. Okay, so therefore our angle of the elevation that we're gonna find is basically angle of BDC. So angle of BDC is equals to 47.4012 minus 11.7158. So we get 35.6854 and round off become 35.7 degree in one decimal place. So that is the answer. Okay, so you need to understand what is elevation. Okay, the last one, C. Find the length of BC. BC is this line here. Okay, this is the length that you're gonna find. Okay, so the pink one we already found just now, 35.6854. Okay, so to find that, since it's a 90-degree triangle, okay, we're gonna use this triangle here, which is you can use Saukatua. So this one is opposite, and hypotenuse is your 10. Therefore, we can find the answer. Okay, I'm writing here. So we use so sine 35.6854 equals to BC over 10. So BC is 10 times sine, and we get 5.8333. Round off to 3, significant figure is 5.83 meter. Okay, that's for exercise 1.6, question number 7. Okay, so we go to the last question of today, which is exercise, revision exercise in page 48. Okay, at page 48, this is the question. Please copy down this question. You can refer to the textbook. Okay, or you can refer here. Okay, so you can pause this video and try to do by your own again. Okay, and for this question just now, if you have answered the question, can you please tick right now? Straight away tick lah, tick by your own. Okay, after you tick by your own, but at the end of the day, when you submit to me, you submit the one that you already marked. Okay, since we already discussed this together. Okay, because I assume you are doing it during this lesson and you finish it and tick your answer together. Okay, so this revision exercise page 48, also the same thing, you pause the video and try to do by your own. Okay, after that you compare your answer with my answer. You can skip my explanation first and double check the answer. If it's wrong, then you rewind back to the explanation. Okay, but if you get the answer correctly, exactly with mine, with the correct working, you can tick. After that, when you submit to me, I help you to check your solution, your working, whether it's correct or not. Okay, so let's look at question 7 now. Okay, now I assume you already do your number 7 by yourself. Okay, if you really cannot do, then okay, you can refer to this lesson lah, right? Okay, so this question here, B is a hot air balloon hovering directly above D. Okay, AD, okay, 150, 330, 36 is already on the diagram. Find the angle of depression of A from B. Okay, angle of depression is downwards angle. It's looking down, so it's a downwards angle from horizontal. Okay, so when we are looking at this hot air balloon over here, this is your B, because we are looking at the word from, right? From B. And then when we are looking at the from B here, this is from B. So there is no horizontal level. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw a horizontal level. But look at what they want you to find. The angle of depression of A, not C. If C, then you are drawing like that. Okay. But if you are looking towards the A, so your horizontal level is supposed to be here. Okay, this is your horizontal level. And you're looking down to A, so this is your angle of depression. This angle here. Okay. So this angle of depression here, since you know that this one is 90 degree, then 90 degree minus 36, then you get the answer. Easy kan? You just need to know what is angle of depression. You need to understand. If you understand already, then easy for this question. So this one, 96 minus 36, 90 minus 36 is what like? It's 54. Okay? So let's look at part B. This is your answer already. Okay, highlight your answer. Okay, part B, the height of the hot air balloon above the ground. Okay, height. This is the height, H. See what do they give you like? They give you a 36 here. You know this is 36. This is 150. This is your opposite. And your H is your adjacent. So you use tan, sokatua. Okay, so you use sokatua. So tan 36 equals to opposite 150 over H. Okay, I put as H easier. So your H is 150 divided by tan 36 equals to 206.457, and round off to 3 significant figure is 206 meter. This is the answer for B. Okay, and now let's look at C. The angle of elevation of B from C. Elevation, okay, you are looking up, okay? Elevation is looking up from C. C is here, you are looking up to B, looking at the balloon, so this is the angle. This is the angle that you want to find. Okay, so we found our BD already just now, this height here. Okay, I'm going to write it down. This height here just now we found is 206.457. Since this is 90 degree, we can also use sokatua. Right angle, we normally use sokatua or and Pythagoras. Okay, so to find this angle, this is your opposite, this is your hypotenuse. Okay, so we can use sine. So sine angle, okay, equals to 206.457 over 330. So your angle is shift sine 38.728 degree. Round off to one decimal place is 38.7 degree. Alright. Okay, so now let's look at D. The distance of AC. AC, you want this whole thing now. You want this whole thing. So before you find this whole thing, you find DC dulu lah. Okay, find DC dulu. But how do you find DC? Pythagoras Theorem. You want to use Sokata also can. But use Pythagoras is easier because you already have these two lengths. Okay, so DC square equals to 330 square minus because you are not finding hypotenuse. Okay, if find hypotenuse you plus, if you are finding the other sides you minus. Okay, so DC equals to the square root of this whole thing. So you find it out after round off is 2. Oh, this one I don't need to round off first because this is not the final answer that you want to find. Okay, so after I find my DC, to find AC senang saja bah, plus saja sama 150. DC sudah ada, plus 150 saja. Okay, so 150 plus 257.4403. So what do you get? The answer you fill in by your own, and then after 3 sig fig is 407 meter. Okay, so you compare your answer with my answer. Betul kah? If betul, then you tick by your own. Okay. Okay, so we have done both question 7. We have both question 7 in exercise 1.6 and also revision exercise number 7. Okay, so your homework task is only one question, which is exercise 1.6 question number 2. So this is the question. Okay, if you don't have the textbook, you pause this video and then you copy this question and then do. Alright, okay, I'm gonna summarize here what we're gonna do today. Okay, so here, lesson 9. Okay, lesson 9 today, you have to submit to me exercise 1.6 question number 7 and revision exercise, this is page 48, also question number 7, and your homework is exercise 1.6 question number 2. Okay, so that's all from me today. Right, thanks guys. See you guys in lesson 10. Bye.